Oh, it's about to get violent. What's up, guys? I'm Rapunzel, and here to do a breakdown / live reaction review to chapter 177 of Dandadan, which is known as Let's Do Some Kung Fu. And I'm intrigued. It's been a while. I feel like, in fact, admittedly, I still haven't reread the series yet, so I may be misremembering, but I feel like it's been a while since we've actually had, some solo Granny Psycho action? It's been ages. Legit. I think the last bit I remember was technically a panel or two in the invasion arc when the Kerr invaded. Because that's when Okurun was still attached to his soul, and then he ended up traveling through the thing, and they talked about the power spot. That was it. That was one or two panels. And obviously with the other two guys getting viciously diffed, I'm assuming there's going to be a Granny Psycho solo? Unless Turbo Granny comes in and clutches up, you never know. So overall, I'm excited. Let's not waste any more time, and let's have a ride into it. Editing me. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do been to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Any other fun fact? I always wonder, what path, not always, because admittedly this is a recent development, but ever since I caught up, I've been wondering, what path is Okurun gonna go down, right? And the last chapter sort of hyped up the idea that he'd go down the Granny Psycho route, but I don't know, it feels like, unless there does end up being a deity that is so similar to Turbo Granny, there might as well not be a difference. I'm not exactly sure, it's a plot line where, I'm interested to see where Tatsu Sensei goes. Because technically you could have both. You could have, who gonna stop him? You could have both. Turbo Granny could, lend the power, and then he could also get a deity to get attached to. Because it feels like everyone else kind of has, their main thing, and then, a side buff now. Actually, no, not everyone. It's literally, just Gigi with Evil Eye and his own Key Propulsion, and then I think it's literally just Gigi. But with that being the case, I don't know. I'm excited, though, so let's see Granny Psycho cook in chapter 177. Let's do some Kung Fu. And, Kung Fu. So, are these Yanshi? Let's see. They'll probably say. Let's see. Boom! How does this keep happening, bro? Let's see. Oh, but the weave is back. Okay. I can't even say I'm not familiar with her game. It's weird to say, I don't know. I haven't even tried Dandadan power scaling. I haven't even, it's crossed my mind slightly because I'm working on stuff, but it hasn't I don't know, way too much stress. But it hasn't hit your boy in the same way that some series where I'm oh, first read, let me power scale this immediately. And I'm not even talking inverse stuff, so I'm not exactly sure where I would say Granny Psycho scales. Especially considering she draws her power from the region she's in. But presumably, I believe this is near her home region at least, so she's probably goated. So let's see. Ooh, but the weave, the block and the weave, okay, I see you. But she's getting jumped. But apparently not good enough. Okay. The high block into the redirection of the lower arm, into the grabbing of the arm into the, I'm not sure, would that be based on, it's hard to tell because, no, it looks like she, I can't tell if she, looks like she hit him here, hit him right in the left side of the jaw, into the, okay, that's clean. Hit him with the, and then the, okay, and she pulls him in to get the elbow. I see you, she clean with it, and she ain't even got her baseball bat right now. She's going straight ahead. I see you, Psycho. Straight to the rest of the bodies. Yeah, so she's just physically, it isn't absurd. So far, I think there are no normal humans in this universe. And especially considering Okurun, if we're going with the idea that he's never going to get Turbo Granny's powers again, he's likely he's already been proven to be more, not, I wouldn't say superhuman just yet, but peak human still. So I'm not shocked that Psycho, who's been in the business since time immemorial, is not at all a normal human, is able to do this to a full-grown man, or at least what appears to be a full-grown man. Once again, the way how powerful these characters are sometimes, and this is just not even a Dandadan thing, this is an anime manga thing, it's hard to tell how heavy these guys are. Maybe they're 2 pounds, or maybe they're still full grown men, but regardless, this is impressive. She straight kicked, and notably, she did that in sequence, seemingly all on one guy, unless this is meant to be that they 2v2'd her, and she still pulled this. But I think this is just meant to be, she blitzed them, pretty much. She did this whole 4-piece combo on Broski, and then drop kicked him for the 5th hit, and then all that before this other guy could even reach. Very impressive, Psycho. I see the vision. Let's see. Bring it, okay, she's standing on business. Bring it on. I dip. Well, no, she gotta protect them. That's the only thing. But I'm not sure if this is a product of empty space, as in like this is technically a pocket dimension that she cannot leave until the objective is complete, or this is like manifestation, aka they've popped up in the real world, and she essentially has to defeat them in order to even consider escaping. Because if she tried to escape right now, they just book after her. Let's see. Bring it on, you fools! Let's see. Ooh, they are flooding in though. Let's see. Hata! Ooh. But still, the weaves are immaculate, especially from the top rope to the side after being in a standing cake position to drop down like that. Let's see. Acha! Don't acha me, you son of a... Jeez! Yeah, these characters are... What is that a heater? Is that like... I'm not even sure what this is. Is this like a water cooler? She straight picked that bad boy up and threw it? That thing's not... Or like an air converter. I saw that recently. I was traveling and I saw like one of these things where it pumps, it like brings in outside air, then blows it in. It didn't look light when I saw it, and she just straight grabbed it and lobbed it. When I say I want gains, these are the kind of gains I'm talking about. Let's see. Boom. Okay, now she just getting disrespectful with it, dog. How you dodge into a heel poke of doom. And notably, that's not even like a sharp heel. She just straight dented bro's face in with a regular heel. Ooh, and that... I will get... this is actually the perfect time to glaze Tatsu Sensei. Like I mentioned last chapter, where I ended up like just glazing their artistic quality in general, and like how they will drop the most insane of backgrounds to ever background just because they can, right? Because hey, they're a manga artist, they might as well. Like, choreography wise, they are up there with Geiger. When they want to be. Notably, a lot of Momo's fights typically don't have but no, I'd say early series Momo fights do have like that crazy choreography, but it really is, it's when your Okuruns or Gigi's, or we haven't seen them in a while, but Evil Eye is out, is when the choreography goes crazy. This is another example of it, where when characters reduce down to basically nothing but like their straight hands. Even then, I guess technically Ida has it too. I think my brain focuses more on like the big bombastic stuff, but even then I think about it, no, because Kenta had that crazy showing against the true form of the Gojira armor. So like technically the choreography always goes crazy, but this is just another good example of it, using your environment very, very well. And that's the beauty of empty space. Like as a plot mechanic, you don't have to worry about environmental destruction as much, because it doesn't necessarily matter for the in-universe nature, because things will automatically get reset once you leave empty space. And two, the scale of Dandadan works that environments still matter to a degree. A big issue that you'll run into with power creeping things is making it so that your environment's better. Unless like your characters in universe can infuse their own energy into their surrounding environment and then like beat somebody over the head with it, no one's gonna like pick up a chair in a Dragon Ball fight and hit somebody with it. Sure, they could imbue their key into it, make that chair multiversal, but like they aren't gonna do that. And that's a big issue that Dragon Ball runs into, and to a later degree Naruto runs into, and Bleach runs into, where ultimately the environment matters less and less and less. So that's why they start fighting in the open sky, or they're fighting in barren wastelands, or things that might as well be barren wastelands. Because ultimately, once you get to the destroying planets or destroying stars, or realistically, after a certain degree, heck, Seven Deadly Sins run into this problem, and for the longest time, that verse is like mountain level. So you do run into the issue where the environment doesn't matter all too much. But Tatsu Sensei has this perfect balance of making the environment always be a useful asset and a destructible one. That's the important thing. And of course, I'm not saying you can't have interesting choreography without the environment. Like, I still say a lot of Dragon Ball fights have really good choreography. I'd say a lot of Naruto fights, especially in the end of the series, have really good choreography. I like it's not mutually exclusive, but I do love working in an environment. And I do think if you can, even when your characters do get that powerful, have them still use the environment to their advantage, or either upgrade the scale of their environmental interaction, even better. Like, if your characters are strong enough to throw moons, have them throw moons at each other. If your character can blow up a star, have them throw their opponent into a star, dive into them, drag them through the star's heat, and then blow the star up. You can still make it creative, but of course, once again, environmental destruction. That's why empty space works so well as an in-series mechanic. But see, all that praise to say, look at this. You can see the full motion of the claw strike come through. The weave is immaculate, but then not only does she kick, which is actually at a crazy angle now. I look at it, because she dodges down and somewhat to the, well, no, she's just stationary. So like he swiped here because she was up here. So she dodges smoothly here. But then I can't tell which foot it is. I think it's probably because this one's on top. It has to be this one. She left kicks at an angle to get him directly in the face and then drags, and then notably, I'm assuming she, based on this motion here, she rolls off the chair, reaches the ground before he falls, props him up on the chair she was just on, and then hits him with the knee. That's kind of like that's creative next level choreography. Like that stuff I couldn't think of. I was like, and she flips back around to sit on him, and then uses the down guy as a projectile in order to trip up and lay this guy out. Ooh, and even crazier. So where did that come from? I thought that was like a broken leg of the chair, but no, she just picks up this random object. But I mean, maybe she had it before. Oh, Nessie, like the creature they fought earlier. Let's see. Boom! Swings. Is that three? No, okay, that's still the two of them. But darn, swing. Nessie! Boom! Well, actually, those may have been the people she was talking to yesterday. Or in the last chapter. Let's see. Huh? Okay. Grabs the bag. Ooh, but this guy looks older. He has a more unique design than the other ones. Boom! Oh, I guess it did not matter. Maybe I was just flat out wrong. No nuts! Boom! High heel to the jaw. Ooh, flips. Oh, but she lost the bag though. She did lose the bag. Because in kicking him, she broke off her handle in the bag. So he goes flying. Bag goes flying. Another guy comes in. The immediate duck weave. Let's see. Sterilize. Okay. Sprays to block his vision. Beats him with a tea kettle. That's nasty. Oh yeah, she is going crazy. All of these, and once again, the environmental objects. Fighting in a shop with a tea kettle, use a tea kettle. Spray bottle, use a spray bottle. Use everything to your advantage if you're choreographer. If you're in an area. Honestly, this isn't even for me. I remember it was in some video from so long ago that was explaining how you make a good interesting fight. And like, I've honestly wanted to include it somehow, some way in the stories I write, even though there's no reason for my characters, because they're all to some variation immortal and or eat way too much to be in one. But a fight in a grocery store sounds so much fun because I can just imagine what you could do. Especially if the characters are superhuman enough to like rip off parts of the environment. Imagine grabbing the glass pane where food is stored, just beating someone over the head with it, smacking them in the face with like a cucumber, and then shoving an apple down their throat and stepping on it. Like, it could go crazy. Let's see. Instant exorcism, you fools! Okay, she's watching the low-key with it. Okay, bigger guy. Ooh, shit! When I'm in an insane spread detail competition and my opponent is Yukinobu Tatsu. Why? They're so clean with it. Boom! And the thing I love the most is that Tatsu Sensei includes so much in their spreads and their draw. Gachikuda. Sorry, that's for me because I'm gonna go on and I'm going on a crazy session right now. But the thing that works so well for you, boy, Baba Booey, is the idea that despite there being so much happening, like the extremely detailed background to all the different symbols that he had to write out here, to this, and I might even see the other half of this. Like all that, and it's still so clear. There's no clutter. Like there's so much detail, but there's no clutter. It is a fine and hard line to walk. And even this is something when you're doing something with characters that have too many details on them. Where even if you have like a blank background, if the character designs are too cluttered, sometimes it gets in the way. Like I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 gets this complaint all the time, and they'll say, I'm going to immediately leap to it. Where ultimately the characters are like over-designed, which isn't like awful, but it's over-designed in a bad way. Like I'd say Ragnarok characters are mostly over-designed. Like, a lot of them are over-designed, but they're over-designed in the good way. Where their designs in of themselves aren't that complex, but their detail and their musculature, the pieces of the outfit that they are wearing have all these nice little details on them. And Tatsu Sensei works with a much more simpler character base. Like, notably, look at Granny Psycho's outfit. It's heels, it's a skirt, and it's a button-up. And obviously her iconic hair in the band and the glasses. But that's it. It's a very simple design, but it's so striking against the complexity that there's no confusion. And honestly, Tatsu Sensei does a fantastic job of using these strong outlines for the characters in the foreground, the characters you're supposed to focus on. and the softer, more breakaway and thinner lines for the background objects. And even then, you can tell the parts that you're supposed to focus on because of like the thickness of this piece of wood that she's being knocked through versus the more incorporeal pieces and the weirdly, ironically enough, deeply more shaded pieces of this background wood. And even the bodies being thrown about and their different levels of detail from the folds in their clothes and everything. And obviously this guy, he's built, he built like that for real. But even like the immaculate detail in this alone, for just this character, rip this character out, I couldn't draw it. I mean, I could. It would take me a while with the reference, but like I couldn't imagine this for one. And two, to make it so well detailed, from the eyes to the different muscles being shown in the face, to the size of the ears, to the definition and piercing white of the horns, to the muscular, everything is so good. Like, dare I say, who currently? And here's the thing: I love the Ichi the Witch art style. I love the Kagurabachi art style. I love I'm literally looking at the other reviews about it, record. But like, I'm thinking of like all the other. Now that Hori's gone, is there, at least of the stuff I review, is there a better weekly mangaka? Or I know it's not consistently weekly, but is there a better time to time 2 week, 1 week, 3 week, 4 week mangaka than Tatsu Sensei? At least in terms of artistic quality and like even choreography and character, I don't think so. I genuinely don't think. And I've been glazing Ichi the Witch to the moon and back. But I can't out there. I can say Ichi the Witch. It's not close. Just like Shinobi Undercover, I've been glazing Shinobi Undercover 2's art style. I've been glazing its art style as well, but it's still not close. I think Tatsu Sensei is the best, and they're definitely in that like Hori league. I'll say Hori does it. But I don't know though, because if I'm comparing 177 chapters versus 431, I'd say it's even consistent, like in terms of comparison. And even then, I'd say, consistently speaking, does Tatsu Sensei have more complex designs over a lesser amount of characters? I'd say that's the balance. Where ultimately, a lot of the characters in Dandadan have different outfits and scenarios and stuff like that, and they're drawn in a whole bunch of different ways. But it's because it's a much smaller core cast. Like the core cast now, even with all the expansions we've got, I saw some being like Dandadan, where the cast never stops getting bigger. The main cast keeps evolving. Ultimately, there's like 7 main characters, even then main is in heavy quotations. It's Momo, it's Okurun, it's Aida, Gigi, Kinta, Vomola, question mark, because once again, I feel like she's barely in the manga, despite being there and being one of our more powerful characters, at least if she uses her suit right, and technically class rep, I guess, kind of started maybe, from B7, and now obviously with the new girl, whose name I forget, which is horrible considering her character arc, or at least her character as it is now. It's like 8 characters, and then Psycho, and then Turbo Granny. So like that's like a cast of 10 versus the like 55 that were in Hori. And like, but who's better? Is peak Hori better than I may have to do an art off. I may have to do it. In fact, I'll probably make a poll and just like I'll pull all the like top 10 panels from Hori and top 10 panels from Tatsu Sensei and just compare them and see which one I think a better artistic detail, because Tatsu Sensei is that good. They're that good. Let's see. Boom. So a Minotaur man, interesting in combination with the Jianshi, or at least that's what I think these are, like the Chinese. I do not know. Well, no, the zombies, a specific type of zombie. But let's see. Boom. He's so built, dog. He's so built. Why? I see that you are a master of movement. I'm just an old. What? Really? How old is Psycho? Because she did have kids. I always forget that Momo's parents are just dead. But like, she did have kids. And Momo's like 16. It's like the youngest, I think the youngest she can be, assuming they had Momo really, really young. 32 for her kid. And then Momo grew up on top of that. Well, actually, no. She had him at 16. The 16 years passed and Momo. So 16. So 8 times 6, 48. That could be, I mean, like, I've seen 48-year-olds that look like Granny Psycho. So maybe it is, but still, like, that's crazy. Let's see. It's crazy that she just says, I'm just an old, I'm not sure about that. Let's see. Throwing the whole teapot? Old broad. Okay. I'm just an old broad. Old broad. Why? The posing from Tatsu, I'm glazing Tatsu Sensei so much in the chat. I don't know, I'm not with you in the chat. I guess I'm glazing. But the dynamism and the posing that Sensei does is immaculate too. Like, especially as I've changed my opinion on Gigi, he's also one of the characters who's always in really interesting, really dynamic poses. And this guy already is another one of them. From this pose to the perfect ball shape he's in here to this odd high kick, which shows that his legs are actually kind of stubby for his body. I don't know, it's so clean. Let's see. Oh, broad, marvelous. Ooh, the weave, but the weave, oh, he's cleaving it. Thank you. I've said worse. Jeez, so she went straight for it, but did no damage. Golly, what's with? I'll admit though, what is Tatsu's Sensei's obsession with underwear? Like almost every single character. Like every character has at least one. Am I tweaking? No, I think the only one who hasn't had one yet, I think, are the more recent edition. But even then, like the class rep had a weird underwear-esque outfit. But like Momo had very early on. Okurun very recently. Ayla very recently. Gigi, like that was the whole thing with Evil Eye for a while. And then, yeah, I think the only ones are Romola, but then again, she has her bodysuit. And Kinta, who man, Kinta just gets done dirty. Let's see. You're awful hard. Thank you very much. So like, I'm assuming that means in general, because I highly doubt she kicked a Schmeat. Like that, that's where the family jewels would be, and he just ate that. So I can't imagine how solid the rest. I would just say I can't imagine how hard the rest of them is. Golly, interesting though. Should his horns be that? Does it? Well, actually, because his head is down. Maybe they are like that, but it does look like the horns are the one thing that keeps changing position. But that may just be me on a first glance. Possibly. Let's see. Thank you very much. I am Iron. Okay. But you know what? Shoutouts to Granny Psycho for being able to kick, presumably with a decent chunk of force. Like, she's trying to incapacitate him, obviously. And just not even react to hitting what is described as iron. Let's see. Nessie, why is she screaming that? I genuinely forget. Why is she screaming that? Because we met Nessie. Did she eat Nessie? I forgot. I need to reread Dandadan. Because like there are so many things that my brain just glazes over. And I appreciate everyone in the comments who always like, hey Pencil, clearly you need to reread because you forgot this. Because I do forget. I forget manga that I've just reread. I've reread Sakamoto Days like 3 times. Separately. I've reread Blue Lock like twice. Like I've done it. And I will still forget. So never be afraid to keep correcting your boy because I forget. Let's see. Boom. Okay, so she breaks the wood off on him. Okay, let's see. With iron, the more you hit it, the stronger it gets. I guess that's true. Like you pound away at iron to reinforce it and compact it down. No, okay. So you start spamming that. Honestly, I get that though. And like, it's why I like in Dragon Ball, and there's a very similar. Like I mentioned my own series before, but in Dragon Ball and in my universe, the characters they can get stronger through training traditionally, but they do get better adaptations and better growth mid-fight. They grow better in combat. And like real combat. Like essentially the characters in my universe can't, while they do have amazing healing factors and can regenerate from a lot of stuff, they can't just like blast a hole in their chest or tear out their heart and then expect to get a massive power up because it's just they're harming themselves. The natural adaptation factor doesn't kick in. Like how a Saiyan can't blast themselves and give themselves a Zenkai, ultimately someone else needs to put them near death in order for it to work. It's like how you can't tickle yourself. Essentially the same principle exists in Dragon Ball, my own series. But it looks like that principle does not exist here as he starts pounding his own Schmeat in order to make sure that I regret nothing. He starts pounding his own Schmeat in order to make sure that he's hard enough that she can't do really any damage. Which is crazy because technically it's not even needed. Let's see. Yeah. But she may need a godly amp right now. Please, someone save her. Let's see. Ooh. Is this still a weak? I can't tell if this is no. It's a sweeping kick. Yeah, okay. So where before she was doing good against the individual zombies, right here she gets sweep kicked into Okay, she's gonna get saved, right? Like that. Like, she's no. I mean, she could just eat the kick to the head, but that is. Oh, once again, the posing, like line, 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 line. And same here, line. I can't really tell. I guess that's meant to be the kneecap. Very, very, very tiny calves. You need to get them that calf game up, bro. But let's see, line, line, line. Like this, it's so good. I need to do just a video breaking down dynamic posing and why it makes everything better. But okay, never mind. She just ate that. She blocked. Interesting. I was expecting more like a kick, or at least like a swing kick, almost like a roundhouse, just based on his pose here. But instead, it looks like he went for a dual standing kick, like a drop kick, which is interesting based on his initial leap. Boom! But Psycho blocks it, and I mean, shoot, her shirt doesn't even get ripped. She built like that. Okay, Psycho. Hot, throbbing, pulsing, iron meat. Let's see, let me stop. Whether you strike me, or I strike myself, or I strike you, I'll just become stronger. When you strike me, please be careful that you don't hurt your hands, cause down there gets hot. What if we called it Freak-Dadan and nothing changed? What if we called it Freaky-Dadan and nothing changed? What if we called it... Let me not. But gosh darn it, man. Gosh darn it. I mean, like, she's clearly losing right now. And in fact, her hairpiece got destroyed. But she's eating it pretty darn well. Just considering he's like scalding hot right now. He's literally glowing. That's actually very impressive. But still, whether you strike me or I strike me. So you would have to have like some sort of water power. Or just the ability to restrain him. Honestly, fighting him head on just doesn't seem worth it. Unless you can like one-shot him. But like presumably maybe there are characters in the universe that can just like blitz straight through him and actually pierce his iron defenses. But still, that's a crazy stat hit. But let's see. Cause down there gets hot. Boom. And then all the zombies are like, my apologies, Bullman. We were not familiar with your game. Interesting though, Iron Bull. I was expecting this more generic Minotaur, but no, he's made of iron. Interesting. I wonder if he's an automaton. And I do love how these zombies are like, we're not gonna engage. But this one was so caught up in it is like, oh sweet mama mercy. Let's see. Oh, but where are the other two people that she was with? Like, did they make it out all right? Let's see. Boom. I mean, but once again though, I mean, he was giving her actually. Oh, sweet mother of mercy. I actually just bothered to look at the panel. Why are you so freaky? Why are you freaky? Because look at this. Pounds her into the ground. Hits her with the multi-fist wombo combo. Hits them with the Joestar special. And then leaps into the air. And then gives her literal booty back shots. As in he dropped his whole body weight, cheeks up, legs in the air. On her back. And then looks like he reeled in and then stomped on it. What kind of freaky stuff are you into, Tatsu Sensei? And then she's like, I mean, she's damaged, clearly. It looks like she's nearly knocked out, but she ate that for real. Like, that's impressive. Huh. Let's see. Oh, maybe she was using Nessie to cool him down and like possibly freeze him because, you know, he gets hot, so use Nessie, who is water related. I don't know. Let's see. I sure was strong, wasn't I? Now please, accept your defeat. Do that, and I will at least spare your life. Oh! Interesting. So this is all part of the Jean Valjean plot. Okay. Not Jean Valjean. Count Saint Germain. Gosh darn it, the Les Miserables fan in me. Let's see. And also the Les Miserables fan in that thing. Let's see. Go on. Accept your defeat. It's extra freaky. He's pulling it from the underwear, bro. Why do you have to do that? Okay. Oh no, she did take seriously. Okay, so she's knocked out. Boom! And when I'm in a multiple spreads per chapter competition, and my opponent is Yukinobu Tatsu, what in the world? Oh my word! For what? For what, Tatsu Sensei? For what? But I'll admit this is clean. Boom! The double kill. Boom! And straight into the zombies too. Oh, they use the power of yin and yang? Interesting. Boom. Oh, I guess the guys associated with light, guys associated with darkness? Huh? Ugh, these guys are unbelievable. Kicking us out of nowhere. Well, if you messed up the cursed object, you idiots. I guess we'll just have to teach you all about curses. Calm little transformation. Okay. And interesting, because he started in human form. But all right, so he looks like he's in a similar scenario to, let's see, it's Ida, it was Okurun, and Zunji. I literally just read that art. I literally started. I read that art. What's his name? It's not Gigi. Well, Gigi technically was like this too, but it was just much lesser extent. Umbrella Boy. What was the guy? Unjizuma. I think it was Unjizuma. But essentially, he's like that. All right, so he may. But then again, we know he has multiple curses. So I wonder if it's just like his evolved state because of that. And this guy seems directly associated with the Phoenix, at least based on this design. So overall, Combo W chapter. Maybe these guys will be the next step for Okurun, or maybe a combination of all three. What looks like possibly contracting with one creature, possibly fusing with multiple curses and/or creatures, and obviously being infused with godly power. Now, honestly, I wouldn't take this as a psycho anti-feat. Like she ate that. She ate that against a pretty much unstoppable opponent, which is impressive. But on top of that, she didn't really seem to have any sort of amps or buffs or anything like that. She was not expecting to get ganked immediately. So she did really good. Solid chapter, solid performance. And interested to see these two and their abilities. Especially considering his ability, if it is Phoenix-based, looks like it's going to be fire-based. So how's he going to defeat Mr. Iron Man unless he melts him? And this guy, I'm interested to see what this ability, like the fit kind of clean. I ain't gonna lie to you. But overall, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave long and hard. I still haven't played Elden Ring, by the way, but I think it's Godfrey. Is he? I think it's Godfrey. But yeah, long and hard in the comment section down below. I think thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any news that come to the channel. Also, I do want to have a pick down below or use support me for as low as $1 now month. Hitting exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions whenever the series I happen to review. If you're ready to see all my videos and become a $25 Patreon or $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also do a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below where you can drop 5 things for a short video, 20 things for a long video, or any beats at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That on the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Brandon Payne, Glacier XE, and G Prosper. And then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, Igneo Lind, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our Ink tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly Euchia, and Yuki Alla. Then I'd like to give a big ol' gargantuan thank you to our digital art tier members: Jay Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give a big gargantuan thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Overlord Zero, Waki Munoz, and Item Okami. And I'd like to give a final gargantuan, supersized, sweet mother of mercy, that kidney will be yours one day, or the Black Myth video, whichever comes first, possibly both. That guy with a pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.